what not to say to someone who's just been diagnosed with breast cancer. Oh my goodness, there have been so many people that want to have conversations, that want to reach out and want to chat to you when you've got a recent diagnosis. And I think it's incredibly wonderful and beautiful that people want to show their support and that they want to do that. But when you're really at those early stages of finding out your diagnosis, there's so much to process. There's a lot of information and there's a lot of decisions and a lot happening. And there's some things that you just shouldn't say so early on in the piece. The number one big one is it's just hair, and it'll grow back. Most, possibly all breast cancer patients lose their hair because of the chemotherapy treatment. And I've had people say to me, hey, it's only hair, don't worry about it. But you've got no understanding about what it feels to someone when they're that early on in their diagnosis. You're still trying to comprehend the change that's going to happen to your life. You're still trying to comprehend the treatment that's ahead of you. And losing your hair for a woman is something that's really quite significant. My hair's been part of my identity. It's something that I've tied to my beauty and how I feel about my self-confidence. And I just think, lay off the hair comments. It's a big no. I think the second thing you shouldn't say to somebody who's recently been diagnosed is somebody, or your friend or your cousin or your relative has been through it, and you start to talk about what they went through in a really small and minimized way. Something I've come to understand is that there's a really big difference between people that know somebody, how they talk about it, and people who've actually been on the journey talk about it. And what I found is that you can start to use statistics or start to simplify the journey. And that can be incredibly hurtful when you're trying to process what's going to happen to you and the changes that are going to happen in your life. Everybody's journey is different. And so I guess, rather than trying to use or compare someone else's experience, particularly if it's not your own, it's probably better just asking somebody, what do you need? And how can I be there for you? Rather than talk about, what you know of what they should be expecting. And the third one is, if you're gonna get cancer, breast cancer is the one to get. I mean, nobody wants cancer at all. So why would you say that to somebody? Particularly when we look at the statistics. So yeah, I really just think you've just got to be really conscious, particularly at what point someone is in the journey, when it's really early diagnosis, when they're really just processing a whole lot of information. Sometimes it's better just to say nothing than to say the wrong thing. Sometimes just letting someone know you're thinking of them can be, and that you're there for them, maybe can be just the easier way than trying to, go into unpacking the whole experience, particularly if you have not been on the journey.